This is what I call my trade management strategy for this particular type of a trade. Now, the nice thing is at the open, there is tremendous potential, and we get very strong moves, and that's why I like to trade the open. So let's take a look here, and I've recorded for you what actually happens at the open. Okay. All right. The nice thing is we've hit our first target. Okay. Now, as a trader, I know that I've hit this target, and I'm happy now, but I still have a number of contracts outstanding, and my stop is down here at 1180. So I want you to know that I don't fall asleep at the wheel. I keep a very close eye, and I use the profile to help me. Am I either going to continue in this trade, or is something going to happen that is going to cause me to bail out? And what I'm going to look for is what is going to happen at this point. Are we going to hesitate? And how much are we going to hesitate in terms of the drive to the upside? If we start to fall back, I might actually make a decision to take out the remaining 7 contracts that I have in this trade, and at least I'll have something, not much, but I'll get something if the market begins to hesitate. So even though I have a plan and I have a target, and I went through a lot of effort to establish my targets, as a trader, you have to be very, very flexible, and you always continually have to be using your judgment. All right. Now, we are going to continue on and see what happens. All right, this is good news for me. Now watch that open drive. What a beautiful open drive. How bullish can you get? Look at that. All right, we're starting to stall a little bit, but not enough for me to worry. And remember now, where's my stop? My stop is back up here at the first target. So I'm still comfortable, and I'm able to develop the stamina to stay in the trade. I'm still in really a winning trade. Now, notice what happens. Things are still moving in my favor and moving my way. And the profile is not giving me any, I'm getting a little bit of a warning sign now because we haven't been able to break up beyond the 1189 level. But since I am still in a winning position, I am willing to stay with it because nothing terribly bearish has occurred yet, and besides, it hasn't taken out my stop. My stop has moved now up to my second target, so I'm still in the trade. Now, at 1190, I'm actually out of the trade. That's it. It will hit 1189. Okay. Now, if I look at it here, and it didn't quite make it to 1190 as my target, I might actually decide when I see that I have 3 TPOs and it couldn't go up above, I might go ahead and clip the trade and get out of it at this point and call it a day. And it's still been a great day or a great trade for me. So the one thing that I continually want to show you is how you are continually looking at the profile and you are analyzing what you see. You are never really on autopilot. Your analysis gives you your plan, but your judgment helps you to manage the trade, whether you're going to stay with it or get out of it. All right. Now, if I had let the trade be and I didn't interfere, I wanted it to stop me out rather than me getting out, it is actually eventually going to make it to the 1190 point, as you will see in a couple of minutes here. All right. Okay, so it continues even beyond my 1190 target and keeps going. So 1190 was not that unreasonable of a target for us. So if in fact we look at this trade and take a look at the results together, we will find that this was a rather auspicious trade. Things went well for us. We've met our targets, and we get about 2,550 out of just 10 contracts. Now, I'm not advocating that you always have to trade with 10 contracts, or you always should trade what you can afford to trade. And that's why I'm going to give you another example with just 3 contracts. So you have one contract at the first target, a second contract for the second target, and a third contract for the third target. So you could, in fact, apply this same trade management strategy and the same approach with just 3 contracts. And you would have still, considering with just 3 contracts, you would have still made out quite well using the plan that we had laid out and using the analysis that we had followed. 762.5 is not a bad trade. Usually with a trade like that, with 3 contracts or 10 contracts, I am usually done for the day. And that's why I like the open. I don't like to overtrade, and I am willing to stay in the trade a little bit longer, but I keep mindful of it, and I continue to watch and monitor what's happening with it. Now, sometimes it is difficult to really start on the open on Sunday and continue with it because it may take you late into the night. So some other people prefer really to trade the morning open rather than the afternoon open. Those are all personal preferences. Nothing is really etched in concrete. The key thing is these very same concepts that we've just looked at and applied will work for you regardless of the point or the time that you choose to initiate your particular trade. All right. I'm going to quickly sort of conclude